Yeah, I did 302.
302
sessions.
paid PT sessions in 1 month.
With Saturday off and a half day. Underline and put in bold. I'm the one who is available even though I'm fully packed. The trainer now even doesn't have program design, so he's just walking around. What are these guys working on? Give your clients 100%.
Welcome, everybody. My name is Patrick Owino, and I'm the founder and CEO of Enhance Fitness and Enhance Tech. Enhance Fitness is the largest supplier of personal trainers in the GCC region, and Enhance Tech is one of the most successful softwares globally for personal training, utilized in some of the biggest gyms around the world, such as Crunch Fitness, UFC Gym, and InShape, and many others. Today on this episode, we are having with us one of our top performing trainers, Mr. Patrick Owino. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, big man, for this opportunity.
Patrick, you've been one of the most consistent trainers in the history of the business. Breaking records that nobody has ever heard of, and doing it over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
What is the secret? If there is one secret.
Actually, I always tell most of these trainers, whenever they approach me to ask me what's the secret behind it, I always tell them one thing: just discipline. Just discipline at work. Be consistent with know how to connect with your clients. Enjoy your work. Yeah. If you enjoy your work, it makes everything very easy. Know how to connect with each and every client you have. Be present at work. You cannot have how many times I'm on the floor, I have a client, another client comes in for a walk-in. I have to tell this client, give me just 2 minutes. No, there's no trainer. I'll run, take the number, I'll holler at you when I finish. I go back. Then that's already got a client when I had a client. Because there's nobody. So if you want to be consistent in your work, especially in this industry of fitness, and your business is not that good, I always tell people, just be present. These people, they will not come and look at you at home. They must find you in the gym. That's one thing for sure. You will never, ever find a client is looking for you from home. No, he'll say, who is the available trainer? I just want to talk to someone. Uh-huh. Yeah, and I'm the one who is available even though I'm fully packed. I'll just take it for the rainy season. When this one cancels, I tell him, Baba, hey, are you ready? I have a slot in the next 2 hours. And they show up. Yeah.
So take me back in time.
Okay.
Let's talk about your very first PT sale. The very first one. Do you remember
I did.
the client, and do you remember how much you charged?
I remember I sold my first PT package before we opened the gym.
I'm talking about not with Enhance. I'm talking about in your career.
In my career, I remember I sold. I was in another gym called what's the name of this gym?
Doesn't matter.
Years ago, yeah. I sold 3 sessions. It was in Albasha there, somewhere there. It was I just changed job then. This was my first client in my life. I sold 3 sessions. I think a session was around 120, 110. Okay. I was very proud. I went home feeling like a real PT. That was one of my biggest achievements. I had to text my mom, I started this job and I sold a package today. My wife, everyone was like, wow, you can do this. Yeah.
So fast forward, you are now, literally one of the top performing trainers, I think globally. I don't think just in Enhance. We see a lot of data from a lot of gyms. It is very rare. What's your record now? How many sessions in 1 month? 304?
Yeah, I did 302.
302
sessions.
Paid PT sessions in 1 month.
With Saturday off, Sunday half day. Underline and put in bold. I don't work those days. Saturday I'm off. Sunday I work until 2 p.m. That's it. That's my rule ever.
And you were able to still do 302 hours.
Sure.
Okay. So what are the things that happened during your career? So, from going to texting your mom and your wife and saying, hey, I sold 3 sessions to doing 300 in 1 month. Like, walk me through the learnings and maybe some painful learnings that, you learned a hard lesson because you didn't know what you were doing and the client taught you the hard way. Give me some of those stories.
Yeah, okay. I think most of it comes with my personal experience and my personal goals. There is company goals and your personal goals. So me, I think my personal goals always have put them so high, remembering that I have people who are depending on me. I'm not working for myself. I'm working for like 10 people. So I need to push extra. Whenever I see like the target is 120, I always just smile because 120 is 15 days for me. 15 days for me. So I'm like, I need to do double of this so that, I can feel like I've worked. Nowadays, if I do less than 200 sessions, I don't feel like I've worked. I feel like this was a joke for a month. It's like I went for vacation, then I came back. Yeah. So this, when you think of where you have come from and you have your plans, like me, I'm a dad, yeah? So I must have my future plans planned the way I must achieve them the way I've planned them.
How many kids do you have?
I have 2 boys.
Bless them.
9 and 10 and 14 years old.
Okay.
Yeah. So whenever I think of them and I think of their future and, you remember I've put insurance for education for them. You have taken them to a good school. You have this and this. You have to try and, put a shelter. You don't want them to start where you started from. At least by the time they are reaching an age, they have finished university now, they are looking for a job. Meanwhile, you are looking for a job, I can give you something to manage. Like you, listen, I have these 2 apartments, start managing this, show me your managerial, then maybe we can sit down and talk and tell you, okay, you take that one. So if you don't manage it well, I'll take it back. So at least they start from somewhere, not like me. I come from a very humble family with a single mom. So I know the struggles, which I underwent by the time I reached in Dubai. My mom didn't know I was coming to Dubai.
Wow.
She didn't know. I told her the next day that I am going to Dubai previous night. I'm going to Dubai tomorrow.
Wow.
Then she was like, who are you going to visit there? I told him, no, I'm just going to look for a job. Do you know anybody there? No. I have just a friend. I met him in Facebook and he told me, listen, just make a visa. Then I made a visa. Just do this air ticket from Sharjah airport. It's easy. It's cheap. I made my visa. So next day when they were taking me to the airport, first of all, I didn't even have a suitcase. I just had a small bag. Wow. The bags you handle here, like duffel bags. Uh-huh. Then something was happened at the airport, the duffel bag and the zip, it spilled because it was stuff, my mom's stuff, food is stuff. Back then we didn't have our staple food back at home. So it was stuffed a lot of things. I didn't have a suitcase. So you can imagine this bag, the zip spoiled. My mom took the strap and wrapped the bag all over it. So I was going for check-in holding my bag this way. Then these ladies who are doing the check-in, they're asking me, only that you have? Only that bag? No any other bag? No, only this. And you are tense. You are like, you are already over carrying whatever your capacity. So yeah, that's how I find myself in Dubai. Yeah, from there, it has been just God's grace, pushing after pushing. Yeah.
So there's the personal journey, and I really appreciate it. I mean, this is part of how we become who we are.
Yeah.
But talk to me about the professional journey. So what are some of the learnings or mistakes even that you did as a PT in the beginning, and how did you start realizing, that I should never do that again? Like that's something. And talk me through the job learnings.
Okay, so with PT, at first when I started PT, you are this kind of a person because you want to build your business. So you are a little bit also very flexible with clients. Whenever, you find a client. So since you have 5 clients, you will allow them to, toss you, I'll come at 5, I'll come at 7, I'll come at... So these are the things which sometimes they were keeping me in the gym the whole day, but I don't have business. Completely. Like this guy will tell you, you're supposed to train at 4. No, I'm stuck in traffic, I'll come at 9. But since you don't have anybody, it's okay, I'll stay until 9. Then you are here 3 hours, 4 hours, waiting for a client. So all these things, they made me like start now sitting down and realizing that, I need to, this is my home. The way I say, this is my house. I need to start arranging my job. Yeah. If I give you 4, the reason must be validated. No traffic. Everyone encounters traffic. If you tell me come at 4:30 and have a client at 5, how will it manage with 30 minutes? So with this being strict, first of all, most of the blunder most of the trainers do when they get their first client, they try to pamper them. No, I sit with you. I tell them, listen, me, if it's cancellation, there's cancellation policy. You don't cancel me the last minute, it will be charged automatically. When you want to cancel me, there is, with your package, there is gold is for 8 hours. There is platinum for 3 hours. So, I think I'm one of the trainers who usually have very less cancellation because from day one, I make it straight. It's this and this and this. Our workout always runs for 55 minutes, 5 minutes for stretching. I go and wait for the next client. Always, whenever you're coming in, you find me waiting for you there.
And you explain to them that if you want flexibility for your cancellation, you can get the diamond package or the platinum package where, there's no risk at your cancellation. But if you're getting, the more affordable packages, then, cancellation.
I always make it very clear. I always make it, listen, I'm a senior trainer, first of all. Yeah. So I'm a senior trainer, but, you'll find some clients who they cannot meet the budget of platinum or diamond. So it's okay. I'll give you the one for your budget. Yeah. But I have to read for you the rules and regulation with this one, the terms and condition, 8 hours cancellation.
Yeah.
Just know wherever how you are struggling or there is policy everywhere you go. 8 hours is okay. If you want flexibility, at least 5 hours, 4 hours, you go for platinum. You want 2 hours, go for diamond. Mm-hmm. That's my rule. After you have understood this, now understood the value of my time. Yeah, you will not toss me around that we are having a session at 5. Then you want to come at 6. Then you are telling me, can you please try and fix it? Then I tell you, no, I don't have time for 6 even tomorrow.
Let me stop you there.
Yeah.
Because what you're talking about might be very far from the mindset of some trainers. Let me explain why.
Okay.
You are allowing yourself the authority to speak this way to your clients. A lot of trainers struggle to just get the client to come to the gym even. So what happened? Like, how did you get from that place where you only had like 5 active clients tossing you around, one telling you 4, 9, whatever.
Yeah.
And then how did you build that trust with the clients? And how did you build the confidence to be able to speak to the clients in that way? Because there's a very thin line. If I'm a trainer who doesn't understand how you got there, and I'm still in the beginning of my journey, and I start speaking to the clients that way, the clients are just going to slap me a couple of times and say, who are you, man? So explain to me, what are the steps how did that journey happen?
Okay, so the mistake which I've come to realize most of the trainers usually do, when you get your client, it's a fresh client. This person have never been to the gym. It's the first time you are getting him and you want to introduce him now to his life fitness journey. One thing for sure, you have to sit down with the client before the first session after he has just bought the package. This one you don't put it before the package. After you've done the wow session for trial, we have converted him. Now he has the package. So you sit down, listen. You read the rules. So just tell me what you don't understand from there, because I need to make things straight. This is where most of the trainers go wrong, because the moment you don't explain to me, then the first cancellation, it's late 30 minutes to session. I say, it's okay. Yeah, we can do it tomorrow. We can do it in the day after. This client will repeat this habit for 2-3 times. Trust me, you'll not be able to bend this client to your rules after 3-4 repetitions.
But how do you apply the rules before you build the trust? Isn't there an element, or now you have a very big reputation here. So you're like a celebrity trainer. But for a new trainer, like, they're still sometimes lacking the confidence. It's not just about the rules. Like, they need to gain that trust with the client that, I'm the person who's going to deliver for you results. I'm the person who's going to take you on that fitness journey before we talk about rules and regulations.
See, when I come to your company or come to your office, I play by your rules. I don't come in with my own rules. Whenever you are, most of my clients, I tell them, see, whenever you are entering that gate, you scan. I'm the boss here. You are CEO, managerial position at work. You are what? You leave it there. Here, I will count 10. It's 10. I will say 15. It's 15. I don't like lunges. We'll do lunges. So my rules, my workout. Yeah. So the moment you are in control from the beginning, trust me, most of these clients, they like strict trainers. They don't like trainers who you can just toss them around. Most of them, I like your strictness because it keeps me into consistency. The moment I know that I can text him anytime while I'm on the stairs here and I tell him, listen, I've got headache, I'm not coming. Then he tell me, it's okay, let's do it tomorrow. Without charging, without anything. It's like, so this one, sometimes I could be sitting in the office, then, we are talking, colleagues, and stories are nice, bro, I'm working late, because you know that you'll not be charged. So the client will not go at any loss. He has to know that the value of my time, me sitting here, waiting for you, and you canceling a session, it comes at a cost. You lose, I'm here waiting for you. So you respect my time, I respect your time. Most of these trainers, as you say, installing this discipline in clients, they are afraid from the start, but you shouldn't be afraid. You start it from the start.
So believe that your time is valuable.
Yes.
Believe that being strict actually helps your client.
Sure.
It doesn't do the opposite.
No,
because I think
helps
a lot of people.
Yeah.
But also, let's talk about the journey, the fitness journey. What is so I'm new in the gym, or, I maybe had some workouts before, but I'm not familiar. How do you help me see my future journey, and how do you break it in like long-term goals and short-term goals?
So that is where now the initial consultations comes in. We have initial consultation in the iPad. When you have your first client, before any workout, you'll go and sit with them, ask them if you have ever a trainer, ask them their journey before you, if they have a PT, what kind of workouts are they doing, if they have any injury or illness. So from there, it will help you to program now and to help them and to advise them, listen, this goal you want to achieve, let's give it a realistic goal of 6 months. So for these 6 months, if you're working out 3 times per week and you follow the correct diet and you recover enough, this is the result, which at least will have 70% or 80%. A realistic goal. I will not tell you'll have 6-pack in the next 3 months because you've bought diamond. I always tell them, I'll be lying to you. Yeah. So I put realistic goal in there until when you sit down with them, they're like, yeah. So this is what helps me to hold client. By the time a client will finish with this 6 months and is seeing at least, if it's not even 70%, at least 60, he can see very big transformation when he started and where he has reached after 6 months. Easy for you to keep these clients for 2 years. Easy, because you set up realistic goal and it's like, okay, see, if I've managed at least 50, 40%, that means if I had another 6 months, I can go to 80 or 70%. And that's how you maintain them.
So you start with kind of setting strict rules, but you also set realistic expectations.
Yes.
So you don't overpromise that this is going to happen or that's going to happen. Okay, good. And then let's talk about the software itself.
Yeah.
How much do you feel, whether it's the advanced booking or the program design or any of those tools, how much time does the software save you per day and help you in managing your business?
Trust me, this software is a magic. Is a magic maker. That's what I can say, because I can say like the OG or the founder like me who opened this gym. When we started, we had it only on our phone.
Yeah,
that's how we started. We had it only on our phone. We didn't have even client app. We just had trainers app. Then you could see my phone is full green. We were very happy. Then after that, it came in. Then, with advance and update, now it's better. Now, I can tell you, even on my off day, whether I'm going where on a road trip or where, my iPad is always in my car. Because I can get a call from my client. Listen, tomorrow, can I move at least 1 hour in front or check if you have earliest? How? I have more than 30 clients. How am I supposed to know which client is doing what time? Only by referral from the app. And it's easy now. I can see whenever client cancel before even without telling me, I can see the notification. I don't wake up early in the morning to come here.
Yeah.
Yet I've seen notification client have canceled. It helps me even without looking at my phone.
Yeah.
Program design really, really helps me because at least I can see the progression of the client from where we started with doing 5 push-ups. Now he's doing 20 push-ups. Yeah. He can see from his side that, okay, this is where we started. Like it gives them that motivation and morale.
Yeah.
And this is what most of, I don't know how trainers who are not working with program design do it. Yeah. Because these are the things which make client retention high. Yeah. If they see the progress, like this is where I started and this is where I am now. Okay, I'm not losing my money. Yeah. I'm investing on something. So yeah. So this is the advantage of the software. Like the software have made things very easy for us. Even when I'm traveling, I can assign. Like now we are planning to go for vacation. I can assign a workout for all my clients at just a click.
Wow.
Yeah. Go. So in case you don't understand anything, and most of them, they will not even bother you when you're on vacation. As long as they have programs, then they have a lot of trainers on the floor. They'll just ask, what's this one?
Yeah.
Easy. Like it makes life so easy. Before then, when I was in the other company, when I was going for vacation, you know how stressed I was. I had to buy some app online. I add all my clients with their email address. I design program each and every day for every client with the video demonstration so that I can send it to them. Then I can have peace of mind on vacation.
So I love what you're saying. Yeah. It speaks to me so much because today, after we've been working, on the systems, on the software, all of this, there are still some trainers who just arrive to the session and they don't have any workout design planned and they just wing, the session. Oh, they ask the client, hey, push, pull, or upper, lower,
or full body,
or full. Yeah, it's like it's like whatever is available. Well, let's see what's in the fridge, and we cook whatever is available.
What do you feel like doing? I've had a trainer asking clients, "What do you feel like doing?" Client will tell, "I feel like just sitting on the bicycle here, just talk, or let's go to Kaikal." So that one is true. I've seen also even a lot of branches, even these branches, you find like a trainer is on the floor, his iPad will be on the PT bar the whole day. Someone will even leave the iPad there, go for a off day, and come back after off day. The iPad is just there.
So what advice can we give to these trainers? We're not trying to, undermine, because a lot of times, I think there's 2 options. When somebody's not doing their job, it's either because they can't or because they won't. There's only these 2 options. So what is the advice that you can give to trainers who fall in the bracket of can't, and what advice to the bracket of won't?
There is nothing like I can't. We say that impossible is nothing. That's how we put it. Impossible is nothing. So if you can't, bro, you're in a wrong career. Choose another career. Go and sell vegetables in vegetable market. Here is you can. Impossible is nothing. We always say sky is not the limit. People have gone past the sky. So if this thing called tablet, this is your office. How do you leave your office behind for 2 days? You don't even know where it is. How do you schedule your clients? How you find tablets with dust? I always pick them, like 5, 6 of them. I take them inside and put them in. Sometimes I even hide them. And something funny, you have taken these tablets, you have hide them. Some people will not ask you even, you will not even see them asking, where is my tablet until evening? And this person is on the, I'm like, how do you guys manage to know what weight my client did last time? And this time I need at least to push it a little bit higher to see if the strength is, at least even if it's, how do you manage to check, to track this? If you're always pocketing and walking like, let's go. Yeah, we are doing full body. How? Because when you have clients, let's say, even if it's not back to back, 3 clients. This one client did a session last week, let's say, for instance. Clients who are sometimes doing 2. How will I know that? What did we do last week? Then what workout did you do, so that you don't keep on, you have seen trainers, they take client to this machine, the client is telling you, we did this last time. Yeah, you take him to the next one. She said, also this one we did last time. You're like, oh, I forgot. Oh, because you don't have anything to track with. So first of all, being serious with your work. Be serious with your office. That tablet is called Office. And there's a reason why you are given. There's a reason why there is an update every day. Yeah. You don't just carry it around like a mobile phone for chatting. No. It has a purpose. Yeah.
So I like this a lot. Let's say a new trainer showed up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they've had a little bit of induction, they've had a little bit of training. What do you think is the most important? So we spoke about, very, very early in the session, we spoke about discipline.
Yeah.
So give me a breakdown
Mm-hmm.
of what do you define discipline. So because discipline is a big word.
Yeah.
You know, it can mean a lot of things. Let's talk like every step of the day. How do you start your discipline from the moment you wake up until you sleep?
So for me, I'll give you like my routine, how I start. First of all, when I wake up, yeah, if in case I have any cancellation, I'll see a notification from my tablet. That's usually number one, because you can wake up at 4 a.m. Me, I wake up every day at 4 a.m.
Wow.
My first session is at 5. So 4 a.m. every single day I'm awake. I see notification. Okay, I don't see it. I don't bother. I know I don't have cancellation.
Okay.
Yeah. First of all, most of where these trainers usually, like clients, don't take you so serious. Start with your grooming. A lot of trainers are coming here from home. Someone has cats at home with cats far everywhere. Someone is coming here with just a hoodie, green shirt inside. No short for company. Like only a hoodie to show us that you are at work. Yeah. Like grooming is everything. Smell good, shower. These are the things which, make clients like value, like, okay, my trainer's grooming. Don't mind about clients. As much as they're paying, you can, if you are that close, you can try and talk to them. But you yourself do your part as a trainer.
Of course.
Because this person is buying your service. You are not selling. He's not here for you to buy his service. Groom. Mm-hmm. Another thing. Now you have groomed, reach at work on time. Uh-huh. Don't let client reach at work here on the floor. Then he's starting to look at you left and right and center, asking client, did you see my trainer? Did you see so? Yeah. No. Then trainer is coming from the entrance. He's running, he's late, 5 minutes late, and the client is just standing there looking at you like, that's my trainer. Other trainers have picked their clients. They're on the floor. Mm-hmm. He's standing there waiting for the trainer to come in. Yeah. Okay. That's number 2. Timing, grooming, timing. While on the session, this is a paid session. Give your clients 100%. Yeah. Give your clients 100% of the attention, because he's paying for you, not for the crowd. So many times I've seen a trainer leaving a client. He's walking over there talking to people. So a client have done his 12 reps. They're sitting, just waiting for the trainer to come back. He's even bored. He's on phone now. Yeah. Yeah, I tell you things I see on floor. He's even bored. He's on the phone now. Then to make it worse, the trainer now even doesn't have program design. So he's just walking around. You'll see one session, one set at the end of the gym. Let's do some ski. Another one, they walk all the way to the end. Now here, let's do some dips. Another one this person will pass you more than 10 times until other clients will start asking you, what are these guys working on? Is it a tour or there's a session? So these are the things which make your clients value you and see like, okay, I've got a very disciplined and very, very experienced and very mature trainer. Mm-hmm. The kind of conversation as well which you engage with your clients.
That's very important. Talk to me more about that.
That's very important. You must learn each and every one of your clients. I told you I have like 30 clients. Each and every of my clients, I know what to talk about. There is one who will come and start talking about Phyllis, before you realize Phyllis is a dog. See, this is what makes her happy. When she comes and you talk to her and, by the way, how is Phyllis doing it? She's like, oh, my trainer remembers my dog's name. Oh my God. There is one who's always also, during the recovery, they like to talk about sports. They like to talk about their family. Mm-hmm. They like to talk about their work. Mm-hmm. So you have this connection is what make you retain a client. Mm-hmm. When a client is bored with you during the recovery minutes, you don't talk anything. You're just staring at each other. And trust me, you will not maintain this client.
Yeah.
There is no retention there. Find their niche. Yeah. Find their niche connection.
How do you find the niche? How do you ask? Because there's a thin red line between, maybe asking too personal questions, and that's a dangerous area. You don't want the trainer to be asking, stuff that they shouldn't be asking, but you also want to find out just enough about the client so that you can have these conversations. So give me an example of how you do that.
So this niche doesn't come with first session. It doesn't come with 2 sessions. It comes, you have to develop it.
Okay.
Like for a week or 2, you have to be also smart enough to be like learning what are the interests of your clients. You should not be just, there's some topics you come up with, someone will contribute more. There's some topics you talk, he will say just one word. Yeah. So these are where you are finding the niche now. You have talked about family. They tell you, I have a kid called Thomas. Thomas this and this. He plays piano, he plays football, but he's lazy. Yeah. I have a kid called Maggie. Maggie is gymnastics, this and this, So I tell you, okay, also may have siblings, this and this. They are like this, don't worry. This is where now you go, okay, so this guy is a family guy, first of all. And he likes talking about family things and this and this. Sometimes by the time you get to know each other, you can go out of topic and talk about other stuff because now you are open to it. But now you have to know exactly what interests these clients. And that one doesn't come with 1 or 2 sessions. You have to learn and study your clients because sometimes you might start speaking something on the first or second session. And it's like, shit, this trainer.
So how do you do it with 30 clients? So because I've seen trainers who, they have 5 or 6 and they cannot even remember the names of some of the clients. So how do you do it with 30? Okay,
so doing it with 30 depends. Now this is where now retention comes in. You have to stay with your clients for long. If you keep on changing the clients every now and then, it's a hard time also for you. At least you say the minimum months you can stay with the client, at least 6 months. At least take 6 packages. By the 3rd month, this client, if you'll maintain him for 3 months, trust me, 6 months is nothing. You'll go for a year. Unless financial problem or they're traveling or they're moving out, you will maintain them. So with my 30 clients, it's easy. Whenever I see this one, I remember because they're consistent unless someone is new. And still, even if it's new, these are notes you have to keep on writing somewhere. Yeah, you have to keep on. In my iPad, I have notes. These notes, I always make good use of them. I have to, I don't know you well, but I have to write something. What interests you? What topics to talk about? So whenever I open the notes and I see, I highlight. When I'm seated there preparing for you to come in, I've already know what we talked about last time and what. How do I now spice it a little bit with some talks, more talks during recovery? Because sometimes it's not you who's doing the talking. The moment the client knows that this guy is interested in football, we'll always come up with football stuff.
Yeah.
So you have to watch the highlights, bro. You'll have to, even if it's highlights are always 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Just have idea.
I know. Yeah. How do you track their progress in the sense of, okay, let's say you've showed them that on the graphs in their app that they've made it from here to there, but how do you now set new goals? Like when you're renewing, how do you make them now visualize like, okay, we've completed the first part of the journey. Now this is the second part and then there's the third part. How do you do that?
So usually I have the BMI test. So after every like a month or 2, the others who want to do it monthly, the others want to do it after 2 months. So every time after a month or 2, we take our BMI test. Then we compare the first one because usually when a client comes in after the initial consultation, the first thing, BMI test. Then this BMI test, we're not looking at it right now. Let us look at it after a month or 2.
We're going to bring it to the app, by the way.
Yeah.
So.
Good.
Yeah. It'll be on their profile
very soon. Very easy at least.
Yeah.
So after a month or 2, let us sit down again, do another BMI, and then we compare the notes.
Okay.
Where are we? Where did we start? So we know
what if somebody didn't make any progress? What if somebody has not been disciplined with their food?
Yeah, this is now where BMI will show everything because I'm doing my part as a trainer. I'm pushing you. Yeah, I'm always advising you. This and this is because trust me, if someone doesn't want to eat clean, you cannot force them.
Yeah,
these people they will tell you yesterday I eat cucumber and I sleep. these people, this person ate biryani with 6 parotas. You think he will tell you?
Yeah.
He will not tell you. So it's a personal choice. Yeah. So sometimes also don't feel bad as a trainer that the client didn't make a lot of progress yet you are pushing. Sometimes also it comes from their side. You have to know, but if you find truthful clients, they will tell you the truth that, listen, I've not been disciplined with my diet. So that one I admit, but others will not admit. They will make you feel guilty like it's you who didn't make it happen. Even if I'm eating burger every day, I need muscles, I need to lose fat. No.
So how do you balance? Because obviously you cannot make the client feel guilty.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
You have to keep the relationship healthy.
Yeah.
How do you balance? How do you gently explain, in order for us to synchronize this and that?
So most of my clients are above 35 plus. I like this old generation because these are people who, they know what they want. No one is pushing them, husband or wife, just go to the gym, you need to look good. No, these are their personal choices. So there's a difference between a client who has a personal choice and a client who is doing either a workout for the doctor, because he has never worked out. Said the doctor have told you, listen, you're going to be obese. You need to work out. This one now is doing for the doctor. Okay. There's another one also, the husband is telling her, no, see, other ladies are looking good. They're going to the gym. Also, you have to do something. There's a guy also who the wife is like, you need biceps, or you need some muscles. These are people who are here. It's not for them. So these people, whenever they get a chance to do whatever they want, so you have to know how to balance with them. Listen, I know you are working out. I know it's hard to switch from eating clean to this and this. And I always advise them, listen, you are working out so hard so that you can enjoy your life. You don't have to be so mean to yourself. Yeah. Take a day for your cheat day. Eat whatever you want. Yeah, I always tell them, eat whatever you want. At least beat that craving. Because there is life after fitness. You don't have to kill yourself with drinking pure water and cucumber every day simply because you want to lose fat. No. You are working out so that you can enjoy your life. You can go for trips. You can go for hiking. You can eat good food and enjoy. So that's where usually I balance with them.
Tell me about your cheat meal. What is your favorite cheat meal?
My favorite cheat meal is biryani and burger. That one every Friday. Every Friday. I will not lie.
And do you keep your workout discipline as well all the time? Because you're managing a lot of clients. Like, you're doing 30 clients, you're doing 200, 300 sessions. How do you manage to continue your own workout? So
for me, sometimes a little bit tricky. Usually I work out when I have the slot, when I have the time. Sometimes I can go for a week with only 2 workouts. Yeah. And most of the time I prefer with my last client in the evening, so that it's easier for me to sweat and just go home and shower.
That's a really nice trick. So you actually schedule it with the last client of the day and you train with them.
He's a young blood. I call him young blood. He's in 20s. So tell him, this young blood can push me. So we sweat for that last session. Then I go home. Because there are some days where I'm back to back from morning at 5 a.m. Like Fridays, I go home at 9. Wow. 16 sessions back to back. Do you think you have energy to push anything in the evening, even with the last one? So there are days which you feel like you have energy, like Mondays or Wednesdays or Tuesdays. Then there are days like Fridays. This one is a no working out day. Okay. Because usually it's my busiest days.
So how do you balance it when we're talking about the relationship with the client? Sometimes you are a coach. Sometimes you are a therapist, psychologist. Yeah. Sometimes you're even a babysitter.
Marriage counselor.
Marriage counselor. How do you balance?
So for me, I can say like this type of talks come also with the maturity and age. Yeah. There's some clients who, let's say, for instance, a client who is undergoing some marriage issues and he wants to talk to you as a trainer. Then he's looking at you like you're 22, no married. You have never been married. How do I start this conversation? So me, I get a lot of it. I've gone to clients who have divorced. I've gone to clients, they are crying in the middle of the session. Just from giving him 1-2 workouts, breaks down, But the thing is, all the time, I always tell trainers, you have to be very professional. Don't start hugging someone on the floor. Don't start, saying things you don't know about what's the situation. Yeah, you just, sorry, it will be okay. Do you want some time? Some people will start advising you and you are advising someone about the husband, and then he goes home after they have reconciled and tell the husband, this trainer was advising me this way.
Yeah, that's a dangerous zone.
That's the dangerous
you don't
zone.
want to get there.
These things, yeah.
So, and how do you, like once you've established that connection and you have the trust and you have the, how do you keep your mood positive all the time? Because I think a big mistake that happens with personal training is the trainer gets too comfortable and then starts coming sometimes with their own problems to the client. So now the roles have shifted. Now the client,
is the one to cheer you.
is listening to the problems of the trainer. So how do you make sure you never get there, and how do you keep your mindset positive and energetic?
Yeah, that's a very good question, because also for me, we have our own personal problems, but usually the moment I say you enter that gate, each and every client who is coming to you want to see a happy face. This floor, like this gym, I know long time clients on the floor, I know like 70% of them. I'll walk on this floor any given time, even right now, up to the end, I'll say hi to more than 10 people. This keeps in the mood, keeps him in. This is my, my home. This is the moment you say hi to 10 people, you don't have a room for dull face. You don't have a room to feel bad. Even if you had a lot of things going through your mind, already your day is brightened, because, this guy have smiled at you. I have kids who think that I'm their age mate. They'll come and jump on my back, because I'm always making fun with them. So this is what keeps you in the working mood, because you cannot be gloomy at your workplace. Yeah.
I love it. I think there's so much information coming from this session, and I know that we don't have 3 hours. I mean, it's easy to spend 3 hours with you, but I want to go back to try and just capture some of the headlines.
Okay.
So discipline.
Yeah.
We spoke about grooming.
Yes.
We spoke about arriving on time.
Yes.
We spoke about making the tablet your office, scheduling everything, knowing that this is where you work, knowing that this is how you manage your clients, knowing that this is how you track their progress, knowing that this is how you understand all the details about them. But then there are some very hidden habits that maybe the trainers don't even realize that they are wrong habits.
Yes.
And because a lot of people, I think there isn't a lot of people who know that this is a mistake and they keep doing it because, once you realize this is a mistake, you do. So most of the mistakes are because trainers don't really know that they're making those mistakes.
Yeah.
What are some of those hidden mistakes or bad habits that you've been on the floor for a very, very long time? So you've seen pretty much everything. So give us some of the pointers on how can a trainer spot that this is something wrong that they're doing.
So I'll just, like I mentioned them, there is this habit of, you have a client, let's say you are on the track, your client is pushing the sledder. You, instead of trying to moderate and monitor your clients, is it okay? Your feet is okay, ankle is okay, weight is fine. A trainer is just walking with his, pocketing his funds, He just walks all the way to the end, waiting for the client to come, Yeah, yalla, come. So this habit usually is really annoying. There is another habit also of a trainer is having a client, We finish this workout. They have told you, these are tourists in the gym. Finish this workout. They want a client to finish this workout. The trainer is running. The client is running behind the trainer, So you don't even look at where is your client. You are just going, client, you follow me. Come on, we are one. When I'm walking the next machine, we should be together at least. There's some, especially ladies, they don't feel safe on the floor in the evening when it's so crowded. Some ladies, they take it. Others, they want also you. That's why they have hired you, because they cannot manage in the evening when the gym is too busy. They are so shy. They cannot go and ask this guy, how many sets you have on the machine? That's why they hired a trainer. You have a trainer so that they can make their life easy and they enjoy their workout in the gym. But you find a trainer is always just rushing. You are leaving the lady over there just to pass through all these. This is a very annoying habit. Another habit I've seen, even when we were talking about it previous day, when you finish your workout, how you stretch your clients. You cannot start stretching your client and holding his leg and putting it here, and everyone is looking at you. No, this client will stay with half one package. You don't know who is watching you.
Yeah.
Maybe the husband is just there and is looking at this guy like, this trainer, really? Yeah. For you don't feel it's bad because they are screaming, yes, my hamstring is tight. Yes. The other people are looking at you that you're too close,
So let me capture, this is very important. You mentioned eye contact.
Yeah.
So when your client is pushing this sled, observe them, look at them, make sure that they're doing the right thing. Don't just run or put your hands in your pockets and walk to the other side. Stay with them, stay present, stay engaged, look at them and make sure that they're, doing the right thing, having the right posture, all this. Don't get too close because that's also a problem, if you're getting too comfortable over there. And I think the one that I find is the most dangerous is when you turn around and walk away and expect your client to just follow you. I think that especially, people who are usually paying for personal training, they have some expectations around manners. They have some expectations around, just protocol, etiquette, like some basic things that I'm not going to run behind you. Like we walk together, things like that. This is very important. And I think that's where potentially a lot of trainers lose business without knowing why. Because these are like very subtle mistakes that can be very annoying for the client, but the trainer is even not aware that. Can you think about one or two more?
Yeah, there is another one. Let's say a client just walk in, find a trainer is over there. A trainer was having a conversation with other trainers. I saw this one over here. Then a trainer is just telling the clients, go to the treadmill. I'll meet you then. You continue the conversation. You don't even greet your clients of walking. You don't even welcome them. You don't even, it's okay, he wants to warm up. You don't even walk them. Yeah. Leave them there while they're warming up. Because even me, most of my clients, if they want to warm up with any of the machines, I'll walk you there and I'll tell you, listen, they know even while you're warming up, I'm going to hold for machine, especially in the evening. You have to go and prepare. Yeah, I don't want one habit which I don't like also, and this is also one of the mistakes most of the trainers do, walking with your clients looking for machine.
Yeah.
That is a no for me. Warm up. Yeah, if you want to do this on this, 5 minutes, come straight. You're going to find me there. I'm going to harass someone there. By the time you're coming, I have the machine. Yeah, I don't like working with the client and standing there and how many sets to go. Then we are standing there with you. We are just waiting 3 sets. He has 3 sets to go. When I come alone there smiling and I slap your face and I tell you, big man, do it quick, Baba. I have a client coming in the next 2 minutes. Trust me, these people on the floor, they give you the machine because they respect that this person is paying for this hour, But now it comes whereby trainers themselves, they don't even say hi to members on the floor. How can you convince this guy who is steroid pumped, finish fast, I have a client. You are not even always saying hi to them. You don't give them even approachable face. You have to be very approachable on the floor. It will give you very easy time for you to train your clients. Any machine, no matter how busy it is on the floor, I'll get it. Wow. Because I know them.
It's so difficult to capture all this information. I'm so happy, by the way. This is such an informative session. The level of details. And again, we started. What's the secret? This is the secret.
Yes.
Secret is 650 levels of details and observation and focus and dedication and commitment and being present and showing up with a good mood and keeping eye contact. This is, I think now I have a little bit of the answer of why, is Patrick Owino the legend that he is in personal training. It's not one thing. It's 650 things all piled up together: experience, respect, I love it. Like so much great information. I'm pretty sure. Hopeful that a lot of trainers are going to be happy with this episode. Before we wrap up, I want to ask you some like rapid fire questions. This is one or the other.
Okay.
Leg day, pain or pleasure?
Pleasure.
What is the hardest exercise to teach to clients?
Oh. When I'm doing Arnold press with squats.
Arnold press and squats.
Yes, that's you have to go down squats and come and press it. Oh my God. They are always falling in front. Then you have to put your chin up. Then when you tell them to put your chin up, now they're looking at.
What is the favorite piece of gym equipment?
The hip thrust.
The hip thrust. Nice.
Yeah.
What is the stupidest myth about fitness? Like something that people believe, which is
no pain, no gain. That's the stupidest thing because it depends with which pain. Which pain are you talking about?
I love it. Final question. If Enhance disappears tomorrow, how would your life change?
Me so far until now, Enhance has, for these 5 years, drastically changed my life. Like I was even telling my mom that one of my house there, I'm going to write it Enhance. Because I'm going in August for vacation at home. I'm going to unveil now to open my 5-bedroom
So you
mansion.
Invested in real estate, and all from personal training.
All from personal training. 110%. All. Yeah. I own three apartments now, with one big mansion for my family now. Yeah.
Well, as much as you're grateful for Enhance, Enhance is also very grateful for you, man. It's a pleasure to have you. You're literally a legend in the business. We speak about you even in the US when we are talking to some of our US businesses over there. We always mention your achievements and your records. But I think today my summary is it's a lot about discipline. It's a lot about keeping it fun, but also it's a lot about putting every inch of hard work every day and consistency doing it and showing up in a good mood. It's just amazing. Thank you so much for today.
Thank you so much.
I'll be seeing you here on the floor in your house.
As usual, this is my house. You'll be stepping in my house every time you find me here. Thank you, big man.